Hi, I'm Ashton Lewis, Technical Product Manager for RahrBSG, here to talk about clear beer today. We talk about clear beer because if I'm correct in my understanding of the market, clear beer is actually trending right now. So Pilsners, lagers, West Coast IPAs. One way to get clear beer is to use Fungal Chitosan. So Fungal Chitosan is really nothing new. We've actually had this in our catalog for a few years, but it's been sold through our homebrew channels, and we are now selling this into our commercial channels. So what is Fungal Chitosan, and why does it have the word fungal in front of it? Well, chitosan is a polysaccharide that's really abundant in the world of polysaccharides. There's two main sources of chitosan that the brewers and winemakers and cider makers have used. One is from shellfish, and that's actually a very common source, and that's one reason why brewers have not used chitosan for commercial purposes, because it's an allergen, because it's from shellfish. Now the other source is fungal chitosan, and the fungal chitosan is actually one of the most abundant polysaccharides on the earth because there's so much fungi that live underground. The two sources that we use for our fungal chitosan are mushrooms and the fungus Aspergillus niger. So that's a little bit about what chitosan is. It's a charged polysaccharide, and it acts a lot like other finings in that it removes haze particles, including yeast, from beer, wine, and cider. So how do you use it? Well, you use it like other fining agents. You add it to the beverage that you're looking to clarify, mix it up, allow the fining to settle, and you're kind of done with it. Now, depending on the type of beverage you're clarifying, things are going to be a little bit different. So whether it's beer, wine, or cider, you want to remove as much yeast as possible before adding the chitosan. That's typical. Now, if you're making beer, you definitely want to chill your beer cold before adding the chitosan. Now, not all winemakers or cider makers are chilling their products like we do with beer. So if you're a winemaker or cider maker and you don't currently chill your product as part of your process, then you would just skip that method. Now, as far as the injection methodology, again, it's very, very similar to other finings. You can add it to a tank, mix the tank either with gas rousing or pump recirculation. Another method that really is the preferred method is racking the beverage from one tank to another and injecting the chitosan in line as you're transferring the beverage. Now, with other finings, this question always comes up is how much do I use? What's the optimum usage rate? Now, for chitosan, the dosage rate is actually pretty tight. It's about 1,500 to 2,000 parts per million, or 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams per liter. That's the recommended dosing rate. But like all other finings, it's very important to do a fining trial to make sure that you've got that optimized. So that rule kind of exists as well. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to say about the fungal chitosan other than it's just a really good alternative to other clarifiers. One last thing that actually is kind of interesting that makes it different is that the fungal chitosan is often used in conjunction with a liquid silica gel preparation. So in our catalog, if you're using the fungal chitosan, you can use that in conjunction with biofine clear for a two-part fining, and what the biofine clear does is help make a more compact sediment. So that's what I had to talk about today about fungal chitosan. If you've got any questions about this product or other products that we carry at RahrBSG, remember to contact your sales rep, your customer service rep, or reach out to me, Ashton Lewis, directly. Cheers.